SPICES is an acronym for Scaling Up Packages of Interventions for Cardiovascular Disease Prevention in selected sites in Europe and Sub-Saharan Africa. In Sub-Saharan Africa, it's in Buikwe and Mukono in Uganda, and in South Africa, it's the place called Limpopo. Whereas in Europe, we have 2 sites in the UK, that's the Nottingham Trent University, as well as Sussex and Brighton University. Then we have another site in France called Brest, and then the final site is the University of Antwerp in Belgium.
What I know about SPICE project, that it is geared towards limiting cardiovascular disease.
They are empowering health workers in diagnosis of hypertension and diabetes and management.
Just a little background, in this community, Buikwe and Mukono, we found that hypertension is really on the rise and the levels of awareness were very, very low. But also control for those who actually were receiving treatment was on the lower side.
Basing on our record, you realize that at least each and every day, if you do a proper examination and you take all the necessary measurements,
you find that at least every day we get a hypertensive case or a diabetic case.
The case in point, in just 2017, 2018, we got 999 cases of only hypertension. 999, close to 1,000 people. This year around, we got 1,219. That's another increment of over 5%.
You see how big the problem is. And why is it big? You see, when we eat, we want to fill our tummies. And we fail to use that food. You eat and sit. Very few people are busy that they have eaten their food and they are going to work.
But remember, these cardiovascular diseases are silent killers. Somebody can't know that maybe the pressure is going high, unless it is so high that it creates certain signs.
And the end of these cardiovascular diseases is a sister to the other. If you begin with high blood pressure, which we call hypertension, you are also at risk of developing diabetes.
We also had a very poor suspicion index of cardiovascular disease as clinicians. Whereas people were coming in, for us we were taking them for other diagnoses.
some of the bottlenecks have been drug stock outs. Many people have been coming when you check them and you find out that they have diabetes mellitus, but you can't give them the necessary medication and they just go back home.
The clients come today, you take the blood pressure very high, is telling you, I've taken a week minus taking any medication. So that is a big challenge with us.
Because the only drugs they usually get, Atenol, nifedipine, Aprinox and Lasix. And sometimes they bring a single, you get Aprinox and then propranolol. Then the other time you get Atenol and nifedipine. Like that, the consistency is not there. So it is making us mismanage hypertension.
We don't have capacity to give 1,219 patients drugs for hypertension. We don't have. If we computed the money we needed to treat those people, it would consume more than half of the budget that comes to our hospital. And that is only one disease condition, hypertension.
And with our people, majority of them actually, they don't buy, they just go and do herbal things and they don't get the necessary medication that is needed.
When you tell them after 2 weeks come, after 1 month come, others they take time not to come. Others they say I've got herbals which have been taken.
If you quit screening, odds are high that you're going to see many clients who are CVD factors, right? But the number of persons we have is few. So the workload will increase and that will compromise the quality of care as well.
Right now we are using the volunteers to capture this information. Ideally, there should be a records person to be able to capture each and every information that we need to capture.
At times, the people who come to our facilities are few. So we need a lot of sensitization of communities to have these checkups in the facilities.
Engaging the community to participate, because like even if you have the knowledge, but if the knowledge is hidden, the community can't benefit. The community benefits when the knowledge is spread to the community.
Because self-care is a critical component in the management of these diseases. If our patients are empowered and they know what to do and when to do what, it will give us a lot of mileage in being able to address this growing burden.
So if you give knowledge to health workers who are seeing clients on a daily basis, even though spaces to live, those health workers who are trained would stay in the facilities which are placed there. And I think when they stay, the onus is on us as the supervisors to see that those who are trained still carry on what they have trained in the databases as well. So what they have done, Space Project, actually, they have empowered or capacity built our healthcare workers in the training as regards to CVD.
We learned how to assess our patient to know that this person has a cardiovascular risk in the future. So the training was very important to us. Actually, it made us start looking at the patient more than we have been doing.
During those days before the spices came, we could just screen a few. The one I can't think, maybe, is this 60 years, let me screen out too. Hypertension, maybe random blood sugar.
It has empowered me because at times you may overlook or you may not take some observations so seriously. But now this one has put me in a position that it would be better for every patient who comes OPD to have their blood pressure taken.
However busy you may be, we always have it back at our mind that we need to take them.
The patient cannot go from hospital. We must make sure we measure that.
It was a timely kind of training, considering that there was knowledge gap among many of the staffs who are offering services in the area of NCDs. Remember, we had started a chronic care clinic, like a policy guideline, but many of the people that I had teamed up did not know exactly what was about chronic care, and some people did think that hypertension was a problem, only realizing later on when we started to be keen in screening patients that was a big problem.
They have also helped us to modify the treatment, to know how we approach the different classifications of the diseases according to the current medical practice.
They have also tried to equip the facilities with some of the equipment which are needed. Because you can train health workers, but if you don't give them what to use, you would have done nothing.
Immediately after the training, Spices left us with a height board and a weighing scale. So every patient that comes to OPD is screened. At least we are able to know the height, the weight, and therefore we are able to calculate the BMI.
The changes I expect to see in service delivery are many, including improving on triaging of patients to make sure that we rule out cardiovascular conditions. I know before we haven't been doing it very well because we have lacked equipment and even the knowledge and the skills. But with Spices bringing the electronic data management, so we expect that data use will be that very easy for us than before, where we have been using the manual data management system.
The patients are happy because we train them, we counsel them about the importance of taking weight, height, and blood pressure things. So the patient demand for it if you have not done it. That is the positive thing from them. They will come and say, hey, we say pressure. So they do it.
The capacity at health centers has been enhanced. And now people can get treatment at that level. But also this information going to communities is also very helpful.
Nasooka nga nimbatambulamu nzekka nga siri na musawo. Niwe twatambulamu n'omusawo oyo gwe bampeereza ne tuba nga twongera okwogerako nabo n'okubapima. Naddala okubapima pressure. twakisanga nti endwadde ezo mwe ziri mu kitundu. N'ekirala kye baali tebamanyi nti omuntu asobola okubeera ne pesa erinnye naye nga tamanyi ng'ali awo alabika nga ali obulungi.
Tekituufu nali simanyi bwendi nga ebyokugenda kwekebeza ebyo sibifuddeeko nnyo, naye omusawo yatusomesanga n'agamba kirungi okwekebeza okumanya ky'oli.
Kye nayigamu ekintu ky'okunywa omwenge, okunywa sigara, okubutalya munnyo mungi. Ate nange ekibiina kye kyannyambako okuba oba nagenda okwekebeza nga ndi eri waggulu nnyo, ate nagenda okukendeeza ebintu ebyo ng'omwenge, okunywa, okulya omunnyo omungi. Nagenda ate okuddamu okwepima nga bikendedde.
Feedback gye batuwadde ekisooka abasanyufu okuyitamu muko ne tugenda nga tubakeberako kumanya nga bwe bayimiridde.
Era bwe mwampimira nga nina omusujja muyitirivu, bampayo n'eri omusujja, balina ekyo kyo nkibeebaza. Baasenga nga temwampima kunsindika ku ddwaliro, nze nakanyanga kwebikka kyembasibamu bawe ku ddagala. Era ndowooza olayibe mukyami soze kubuuza nti mumpa ku
ddagala. Tukana ate tukaba ddagala naye tubabuulira biki by'olina okukola okulaba nti oziyiza endwadde ezo.
Ovakkedo bwe bamuŋŋamba muli n'ennyaanya embisi nga tebiriimu nnyo.
Twali tulya mu ndya etatuteeka mu bulamu bulungi, nti obulamu bwali bukosebwa. Endya y'emmere twali tulya ebintu nga bisiike.
Naye era okuva bwe nakendeeza okulya butto nakyukamu kuba engeri gyondabamu omubiri gwange, luli nali munene osinga wange. Kuba kati nakendeezaako nga n'enzisa gye nzisaamu mbi nnyo, naye kati ndi mulamu bulungi kuba n'edduyiro nkola, nze ndi musambi wa mupiira era wonsanga mu kisaawe toyinza kikkiriza kyendi.
Mu kyalo kye nga nsomesa abantu obutanywa sigala, abadde abeerawo ng'atuula n'omugamba keera ku makya oba tusiba akaguwa tubuuke.
Litwali nga tulina obuzibu busaabaga nga tetulina kyuma kikebera ezo endwadde ez'omunda, naye kati gyekiri era abasawo bw'otuuka bakufaako mangu nnyo.
Kubanga bwagira najja n'aŋŋamba nti kakati owulira otya, tuddeyo mu ddwaliro okonze nti nawona ekatoogo nti nafuna ku ddagala erisobola okunkolera nga bwe nali emulago.
Era wentuukayo nga namuwadde lifalo najja ku ddwaliro ne bamupima abasawo, abeera musanyufu nnyo ng'agaba ne bampimye puresa yange eri bweti, n'okubisoma abaabimanyi.
Abantu ng'abasajja batukaluubirira nnyo, tayagala kumala awo ssaawa nnamba ng'ali awo awuliriza bigambo byo, naye abakazi bateerawo okubeera nga balina bye bawuliriza, bo bawuliriza ate ne bakitwala ng'ekikulu.
Bavye kitya bakola mu bantu, tukirabye nti waliwo enjawulo nnene, naye gwe ayita obuyisi kati nga gwe bwozze. Bw'oli obuuliza ebigambo by'abantu oyinza obutamanya spices maanyi kyekoze mu bantu kubanga gwe tobeera nabo.
Let me take this opportunity to appreciate our funders, the European Union that is funding the Spices project through the Horizon 2020 Research and Innovation Action. Without that funding, it would be for sure difficult to implement the current study. I'll move on to appreciate the Ministry of Health for giving us the platform, but also working with them to see that the project is successful. I also want to appreciate the implementation sites, the health facilities. Most of this work, truthfully, is implemented by these health facilities. Their commitment is ensuring that this project is successful. And of course, the members of Mukono, the community members of Mukono and Buikwe, who are relentlessly participating in this project. Thank you so much.